In this video I'm going to show you how to not do well at Dragon Trail Gardens. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of going from a controller with assists to a wheel without any and trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see how I get on and whether I make any progress. So let's get into it. Today's race is the FIA Nations Cup Round 7 in Season 2. We're at Dragon Trail Gardens, we're in Group 3 and we're in the KFC Lexus. Let's have a run through the top 5 and see where we qualified. In pole position is Felix. We've then got CTR Loloris. In third we have Dominator in a pretty sweet looking Corvette. In fourth we've got Z-Fix McBuy. And in fifth place we've got Oskil PL. We have qualified in 11th in again the sweetest looking car I think of them all in the KFC Lexus. That might be the only solace we're able to take away from today's race. We've qualified in 11th. Let's see how we get on. I absolutely hate this track. Well, I don't hate the track, I just hate how quick I am around it. So starting in 11th, I'm going to get off the throttle going down into turn 1, be ultra conservative here because I don't need any issues on the first lap on a track, as I say, I'm not that good at anyway. We're coming through the first section here, these curbs are so harsh. What you want to do is try and get your car running over the middle of those sausage curves. You won't get a shortcut penalty, but if you get it wrong, you will do, or you'll get flicked up into the air. Coming into the big braking point for the first time here, as you can see on the radar, that BMW brakes really late and we lose a place to him, but we've overtaken a German in the BMW, so we've remained in 11th. Coming through this tight twisty section here, probably not great for the Lexus, but it's stable as I've said before in other races, and also it's good on fuel, which could help me in this race. But coming around this corner is not great. It's a bit like a yacht, but it's okay. It's my favourite car so far, so we're going to stick with it. Coming up the hill towards this really tricky final corner, I absolutely hate it. I'm going to brake early so I don't hit everyone up the backside. I managed to hit someone anyway. It's getting real congested here. Be patient on the power. But take a snapshot of this. We're up into 8th place and that is the highest we are going to get today before it all starts going wrong. And let's start now. For some reason, I don't know why I look up the inside of the Porsche here. It's not an overtaking position. I wasn't close enough for him and it was the start of a calamitous 20 odd seconds. So I'm going to get overtaken by the Z4 here. I'm just going to run into him twice and 3 times and then I'm going to get battered by, I think it's a Mitsubishi there. I'm distracted by him and I just drift into the side of the Rothmans 911 there, the Spaniard. I give him a penalty unfortunately and I get myself a 10-second one. I let them both back past because that was a decent thing to do after I cocked that right up, and we lose a place to the German who we overtook on the lap previous. So after that disastrous first sector on the second lap, oh, there's a Peugeot there, Italian, getting real racy, chucking it up the inside there. We have gone down from 8th to 11th and we've picked up a 10-second penalty. These guys are all battling now, so I managed to overtake the guy in the Rothmans 911 again. So we're up to 10th now as we come towards, I think, the hardest part of the circuit. I just can't get it right. And look at the Peugeot. I go to turn in, he's braked so late, just chucked it straight up the inside, the Italian there. Luckily I saw him coming, he wasn't even on my radar at that point. So if you replay it back, I start to turn in ever so slightly and then pull out of it because I would have just shut the door in and I would have got smashed probably off the track into the barriers. So starting lap number 3 here, we are in 11th place where we started. All rather stressful for no gain. Coming back now into the first sector. I actually do that well. That's how you take it over those sausage curves, make it go underneath the middle of your car there. But we're losing time to the guys in front, and this 911 is on our radar. So we're going to sit behind these guys now. There's no use overtaking them. I'm not quicker than them, and to be honest, I'm not that confident around this circuit, so it's just going to cause me and them issues. So I'm going to sit behind them, save as much fuel as I can, and hopefully jump them into the pit stops. We rejoin the action here on lap number 5, a couple of laps down the road. As you can see, not much has changed to be honest, but look up ahead. The German in the BMW is just going to get it all wrong there, and we're going to manage to take a place as he spends some time in the gravel, and we're up to 10th place now. We're doing an okay job with fuel saving. I'm not being able to save that much, to be honest, because I'm not quick enough, if I'm completely frank about it. I'll be saving some through some early shifts on the straights, and just naturally through being close enough to the guy in front. As I almost hit him there, I have to take evasive action. The 911 follows me off there, and that's kind of been the story of my race so far. I'm going to get on the dirt as well. It's just so sloppy. Difficult to stay positive. You've got to. This is an A ranked lobby. It's pretty much all A's. There's no B's in here, and there's a couple, I think there was 3 S ranked, something like that. But as I say that, another mistake. I run wide, and it's going to give the 911 a shot up the inside, which he takes. So down to 11th here. We've got a couple more guys behind us. I'm going to hit the curves massively. He's going to get a bit of a wiggle on, so I have to take evasive action there. And we've got another 911 up the inside of us. I change it to the radar there so I can see where he is. He pulls out of it. We almost make contact with the Rothman 911 again. Things are incredibly intense at the moment. It's given a chance for 8th and 9th to scamper off a little bit into the distance. We survived that onslaught from the 911 for now. We're a lap ahead now coming down the back straight. Keep an eye on the Porsche behind you. I brake down into the hairpin. He outbrakes himself massively. Flashes past. And we managed to keep the place just. So this is going to be as the guys battle ahead up in front. There's lots of fender bending going on there between the Brit and the Pole. I don't really want to get involved with it, but we're automatically catching up with them as it is. I'm having to slow down and get out of my rhythm a little bit. Well, any rhythm I did have anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to come in. I'm going to cut my losses, come in early, and I'm going to shift that penalty just before the pit lane. Hopefully we've saved some time with the fuel. Hopefully these guys will keep battling, and we can contest with them when we come out of the pits. And almost just reset really. Here we go, getting rid of that penalty. 1-0, there we go. Accelerate again, and into the pits we go. In and out of the pits, we've topped up and got a new set of boots, and you would have just seen up ahead that German flash round the first corner. He's about 5 seconds ahead of us, in the late 5s probably, so it's so important now to forget what's happened in the first half of this race, get some good laps in, and see how everything pans out when those guys that we were battling with and hopefully are still battling come out of the pits. So lap number 8, we're having a look at the fuel. We've got plenty of fuel there. We're coming down into the heaviest braking section of the lap. I just try and get the power on the way out and have the laziest, most miserable spin you can imagine. And even worse, I just can't get started. Oh, What an absolute nightmare. Really not what we needed. We weren't having a great race anyway. So the last thing I needed was to make such a pathetic mistake like that. We've lost probably about 8 seconds, maybe even 9 seconds to the guy in 16th now. So the battle is going to be on. I think any chance of finishing near the top 10 has gone, if we ever had a chance, to be honest. So now the battle is on to not finish last. Ugh. Here we go then through this final sector. Be patient with the power. Let's see if we overtake anyone in the pits. You can see them all up ahead there, filtering out. We should have been in amongst them. So frustrating. We overtake one person in the pit, so we're up to 16th. We're going to get real close to the Spaniard in the McLaren, and I really want to pass him. So let's see if we can do that. Coming through this first corner there, probably took a little bit too much speed through the corner. Got both those sausage curbs right. He didn't do a fantastic job with that, and he's paid the price by losing a bit of time here. We're in his slipstream, able to give it full beans because we've got plenty of fuel. I'm going to show him the inside, but I'm not going to go for it. Try and keep it as tight as I can, be ultra careful on the throttle on the way out so we don't make those same mistakes again. And we are now all over the back of him. I'm just going to try and stay with him. I can't see the apex there. I'm going to try and stay with him through this tight section, and hopefully we can get him on one of the straights where I know this car is going to be faster than the McLaren. We're going to run almost a little bit wide there, but not too bad. We can get on the power nice and early here. We've got a good run on him. We'll run wide. Is he going to squeeze me? I'm going to have to get my elbows out a little bit. Otherwise we would have been in the Armco. Switch to the radar there. Brake reasonably late. Up the inside we go. Keep it slow on the apex so that he can't overtake us and undercut us. And we have made the move stick. So we're now up to 15th now. And it doesn't look like, as we start lap number 10, we'll be finishing last. Woohoo! We've got the McLaren all over us now, and if you have a look up ahead, the Brits had a bit of an issue here. I don't know if he's serving his penalty or he's made a spin, but we're now up to 14th. I get that sausage curve a bit wrong there, which compromises my exit speed coming down this back straight. So I'm going to take it to the inside here, so that McLaren, if he wants to go past me, is going to have to go down the outside. Keep my eye on the radar here. Yep, he can brake as late as he wants. I've got the middle. Just concentrate on getting on the power nice and smoothly, and we've managed to keep him at bay for this one. So 14th it is. Let's see if we can hold on to it. We're going to fast forward here a few laps ahead to lap number 14. We're getting some serious pressure from the Brit behind in the Porsche, and it shows as I just run wide onto that red stuff, and he's going to get the inside line. I can't get on the power there, and he's made the move stick. I'm just going to let him have it, to be honest. I'm going to brake a little bit earlier so I don't cause any issues. The Mitsubishi fancies a bit as well, but it just shows that I'm just not good enough around this track, which is so frustrating. I get on the dirt a little bit as well, and we cross the line to start the final lap in 14th. Coming through this fast, sweeping first corner here. Really struggling now. Completely lost my composure, if I'm honest. Coming through this first section. Get that sausage curb all right. This one's okay as well. Get on the power. Get onto the red stuff again, which means I'll get a bit of a wiggle on. So the Mitsubishi is now up the inside of me. Breaking down here, he's made the move on me here. Am I going to be able to get up the inside of him? I'm going to get on the power. He starts slipping. I'm going to start slipping, and we do a joint pirouette. How embarrassing. So round I spin. 14th flies past the German there. We've lost a place to the Spaniard, and we are now down in 16th place. Ooh, trying to stay positive here. At least we're in an A-class lobby, and I'm not last. I think that's all I can take from this one. A couple of real basic spins there, and a schoolboy error where I cost myself 10 seconds in penalties is just not a good way and not a good recipe for doing well in races. But it is what it is. These lobbies are going to get harder. I am going to feel the pressure as I go up through the ranks. I'm going to run wide one last time there. As I say, I am going to feel the pressure as I go up through the ranks, and I've got to get used to it. Just like I did a few races ago when I threw it away after being in first in Monza. I've got to learn. So whilst it was a distressing race, and the one followed it was also a distressing race, you've got to take the positives away. I'm in an A rank lobby now. I haven't gone down to B. We're okay, and we live to fight another day. So guys, as our 16th place is confirmed, let's have a chat about how many points we got, or didn't get, as we got 228 points there with that one. But in terms of my driver rating, I was at 34,326. I've lost 1,000 points, and I'm at 33,300-ish now. Not great, but as I say, we live to fight another day, and we'll pick it up and get it another time. And on that note guys, I'm going to end the video there. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again so much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.